Hi guys, this is Yuki, and this is just a test run of this one game called Seduce Me. Let's get started. The following game is made for PG-16 audience. Please know that sexual/violent themes are slightly explored in this game. You have been warned.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
Of course. Yuki.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Alrighty then.
Eric, do your job.
When I first played this, I was like squealing like crazy. Because voice acted people. Yes.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment and VoiceAU and is powered by Renpai Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you will enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it since you'll be in it.
Such a charmer.
Eric.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Somewhere.
Come on! Is that all you got? Wanna try me, asshole?
I will say their voice acting's really top-notch in my opinion.
Crap! Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
Call it fate or call it a coincidence, that one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory. It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Rain. It's been like a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is a season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I love the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers, it was soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For the reason I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. The lectures were pretty boring. Mrs. Phillips' voice wasn't soporific, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I don't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did assignments as I had to. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just kind of mundane how the days drifted on and on as if there was no end to it. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them, but that was kind of it. In short, I was done with high school. The start of the second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied for many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Mrs. Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am?
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It's the Black-Scholes model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. People don't really know me by my first name, but rather my surname. No doubt, since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous philanthropic Anderson Family Toys, and because the founder was my very own grandfather. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
From beside me, I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in the obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Miss Capini,
Oi.
care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black-Scholes. Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Smarty pants.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
I remember taking an economics class. It was actually pretty interesting. My economics teacher kind of tended to get off topic a lot, but I thought it was really interesting on certain things like sustainability and stuff like that, and also like stocks, which I didn't think I would ever really get into, but it was okay. I don't know, maybe someday I'll take another course in that. I don't know, well, it depends. Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Whenever the teacher let the students decide our groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmate. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we still had to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a little prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped on the pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Suzu straightened up a little to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name? Huh? Did we really skip over that? Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our project. At least we caught it this time. What do we name it? Not sure. What do you think?
It always came down to me whether there was something to be named or titled. I was the master at an ending decision, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations.
That's actually, I thought, yeah, this was pretty good.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company? What do dragons have to do with our project? What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot. But our company sells bubble gum. Who said we can't produce spicy bubble gum? What do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say Trinity Corporation sounds just fine. Woo! Lost 25. I don't know what the chaos points are for, but probably when the game does come out, they'll talk about what it's for.
Fine. Be lame. Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
As we ended our new name, as we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Huh? Who was that?
Ignore it. It's just Lysette.
Oh, someone's at the door. Ignore it. It's just Lysette. Oh, she just said that. I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them. In the center of it all was Lysette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Lysette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew that she wanted to do after... Who's here? Is it Mom? Who's here? Robert? Who's here? Oh, did you give her the... Okay, we're good. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued today. Of course, my friends knew that it was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
Well, if she's so nice, why is there a problem? Like, how are you guys rivals? Like, I don't really understand that. Anyways, going on.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
Ah. No.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. It's about time. Let's bail.
Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first out of the classroom, slinging her backpack with ease on her shoulder as she quickly strolled out of the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
I wish it was as fast as her getting out of here, and me and you both. It's just lunch, it doesn't matter. She gave me a smile as if relieved by the fact that I felt the same way as she did.
See? Why can't she just be normal like the two of us?
It's Susie, Naomi. Think about it.
Very true.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
I do have to admit I was spacing out, and just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
Valedictorian. That makes me laugh. Anyways, okay, so, let me move on.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Despite this, they both burst out into laughter. Normally, anyone would think that opposites like them would never, ever associate themselves with each other, but even though they are so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or just that their personality didn't dictate the possibility of friendship. After all, we three were best friends since preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Yeah... No.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
You do like spicy food after all.